Welcome back to DocTuber. Myself Dr. Shiv Shankar Pal will be discussing about vitamin D today. Now, vitamin D, you all know, improves our bone health, but it is also very much important for our immunity system. It is also known as cholecalciferol and it is also known as sunshine vitamin. Now let us know what is the normal vitamin D level in our body. The normal vitamin D level in our body is about 40 to 59 nanogram per ml. Now when it is below 30 nanogram per ml, it is called deficient. Now let's see what is the prevalence of vitamin D deficiency in India. Now in this picture you can see that about 80% and above people in India is deficient in vitamin D. In that, about 90% and above of adolescent age group people is deficient in vitamin D. Now in studies it has been found that vitamin D levels in our body is directly related to COVID-19 case severity. Now in this graph you can see that critical patients are more affected by low vitamin D levels, while patients who are having mild symptoms are having more vitamin D levels. Now coming to vitamin D metabolism. Now vitamin D is synthesized in our skin from cholesterol to cholecalciferol via the UVB rays of the sun. This is the main source of vitamin D. We also get it from the diet via argocholecalciferol and cholecalciferol. But it is very much negligible as compared to what we get from the sun. Now due to lack of exposure to sun, we are very much deficient in vitamin D. Now cholecalciferol is converted into 25-hydroxycholecalciferol via liver, and this 25-hydroxycholecalciferol is converted into active form of vitamin D, that is calcitriol, via the kidney, and this calcitriol is tightly regulated in our body. Now in COVID-19 there is formation of ARDS, that is acute respiratory distress syndrome. What is acute respiratory distress syndrome? This is the condition in which fluid is accumulated in the lung due to widespread inflammation and cytokine storm, and here the lung gets also fibrosed. Now let's see how vitamin D can help us in this situation. Now in this diagram we can see that SARS-CoV-2 virus gets entry in our body through ACE2 enzyme. This is a membrane bound enzyme also known as angiotensin converting enzyme 2. Now this enzyme is very much important for us. Now this ACE2 enzyme promotes protection to heart, lungs and kidneys by converting angiotensin 1 and 2 to angiotensin 1-9 and 1-7. Now what happens when SARS-CoV-2 virus destroys ACE2 enzyme is that ACE2 enzyme is missing and the angiotensin 1 and 2 gets accumulated in our body, which causes injury and inflammation, which affects our heart, lungs and kidney. Now coming to renin-angiotensin system, also known as RAS. Now this system controls our blood pressure. Vitamin D plays an important role in controlling the system. Now in this diagram we can see that vitamin D inhibits renin formation, which converts angiotensinogen formed in liver to angiotensin 1. Also vitamin D inhibits ACE1 enzyme, which converts angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2, which is a potent pulmonary vasoconstrictor, and thus it decreases severity in COVID-19 disease. Also vitamin D increases the expression of ACE2 enzyme, which promotes the formation of angiotensin 1-7 and 1-9 from angiotensin 1 and 2 respectively. Now in this diagram we can see that angiotensin 2 promotes fibrosis and it's inflammatory, while angiotensin 1-9 and 1-7 promotes anti-inflammation and anti-fibrosis. Thus vitamin D is very much crucial for health as it promotes anti-inflammation and also anti-fibrosis. Now let's see how vitamin D affects our lungs. Vitamin D inhibits the transforming growth factor beta, which decreases the lung fibroblast proliferation and thus decreases lung fibrosis. Vitamin D also decreases the cytokine storm by inhibiting the cytokine productions. It also decreases the free radical production and helps in reducing the oxidative stress damage to the lungs and other organs. Now, vitamin D promotes the formation of catalycidins and defenses. These are antimicrobial peptides. This helps in destroying the cell membrane of bacteria and also prevents the viral replication. In case of COVID-19, the spike proteins gets covered by the defensins, which inhibits the attachment of the spike proteins to ACE2 enzyme, thus can prevent the disease. And these defensins can work in wide number of viruses. Now let's see how vitamin D defense works against coronavirus. Cathelicidins and defensins are the first line of defense against the spike protein for the coronavirus. This comes under innate immunity. Now how vitamin D protects against ARDS and lung failure? Firstly, it inhibits renin and angiotensin II production. Second, expression of ACE2 suppresses angiotensin II. It inhibits inflammatory cytokine and free radical damage. Also, it decreases the lung fibrosis by inhibiting the TGF-beta. So now, we have learned that vitamin D is how much essential for us. So, supplementation of vitamin D is utmost important. Now, let's see in our next slides. Now, the top sources of vitamin D are liver, fish, egg, milk products, and peas. Now, the question arises, how much vitamin D do we need daily? According to no observed adverse effect level for vitamin D, adults can take 10,000 international units per day safely. Young adolescents can take 4,000 units per day from age 11 to 17 years. Children from age 1 to 10 years can take 2,000 international units per day, and for infants it is 100 international units per kg per day. Now vitamin D3 is available commercially in strength of 60,000 international units. Now it can be taken by adults every week for 3 months, then for continuation twice a month. For adolescents from age 11 to 17 below 40 kgs, they can take 60,000 units every alternate week for 3 months, then once every month. Now for children and infants, vitamin D syrup of strength 1000 international units per 5 ml is available, but please consult your physician or pediatrician for actual doses in children and infants. Thanks for watching our video. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in next episode.